What's up, YouTube? This is Talking Crazy 88. Back again with another podcast for you. Another live stream on this beautiful Saturday afternoon on the 1st of November. So, how's everybody doing on this beautiful November Saturday afternoon? Hope everybody's doing very well. I'm not going to keep y'all too long. Hold on. Hope everybody can hear me. Hold on. I hope everybody can hear me. Well, I hope everybody's doing very well. I got my Cuban cigar, Paratagas, all the way fresh off the boat from Cuba, because I know a guy. I'm not going to tell you who he is. I'm not going to tell you my connect. So you have to know my brother. You have to find your own connect. Otherwise, you're going to have to pay me. Anyway. And I'm also having some coffee. I found this coffee mug in a souvenir down south. I'm just going to have some coffee with you. Coffee out of this mug. Tastes so good with the milk in it. Almond milk, of course. Well, a couple of days ago, I never really did a live stream or a video on this bitch. But there was a bitch named Hoda. Y'all probably know her as a brick lady. Hoda Usman, whatever, that ugly ass bitch that tried to blame black men, or black American men, for going upside her head with a brick because she didn't want to give him her number, right? Now, I was following this story and I thought it was cap. I thought the bitch was bullshit. Now, think about it like this, people. This is one of your things right here. This is another incident with a black woman blaming a black man for something that was non-existent. All right. Years ago, I talked about Brian Banks, about that black bitch that got away with sending not only a young man to prison for about 10 years, but also robbed the Los Angeles Unified School $10 for compensating her for not protecting her on school grounds. And now we got the money back. All right. Bitch never paid the money back, and the state never went after her to get the money back. So I thought, okay, that's when I kind of knew that black men, you are on notice. All right, y'all need to stop protecting these black bitches, all right? Because they're getting paid off of your suffering. That's how Black Lives Matter came about. Because under the Biggie half-breed president of ours, there's been a lot of black men being targeted, not only by the police but by the general public. So that's where a bunch of black lesbians got together and said, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Okay? But, the jig was up during the pandemic after George Floyd was murdered. Yeah, he was murdered. He was murdered, fellas. He was murdered, ladies and gentlemen. And I still believe he was murdered. And justice was served. I mean, they got the right guy. They got the right man. The man is rotting in prison right now. They're trying to get him out. The white supremacists and the police union are trying to get him out. But he's going to rot there for a little bit. Deservedly so. And deservedly so that this conviction on this black bitch, Hoda Osman, whatever the fuck her name is, the ugly ass bitch. And she's not even a black American bitch, so that makes it even more damning. That makes it even more damning that an outsider coming in, blaming a black man, and then taking up a collection. And I'm gonna talk about that later on in this live stream about how y'all motherfuckers up here taking collections when you're making money off of YouTube. You're taking a collection off of people who work hard 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, maybe 40 plus hours a week. All right, they work hard and they see your bullshit channel, including mine, as a source of entertainment. I know my channel is bullshit. I know, come on, man. I'm sitting up here on my balcony in my apartment, in my struggle apartment, sipping coffee from a woman, from a coffee mug with somebody that has titties on it, and smoking a Cuban cigar. That's entertainment, people. That's something, yeah, you're not supposed to take anything anybody says seriously on the internet. I mean, yeah, I'm saying something. I'm talking about thought-provoking. Talk about topics that everybody, didn't talk about back. They're talking about it now, and I'm not. My ego is not in play on that one. I'm not putting myself out there. I'm not being egomaniacal about it. But I know that my channel is bullshit. I know. But I'm not going to take a collection to invoke emotion, your emotions, and weaponize your emotions, for you to send me money. See, that's what Tommy Sotomayor does. That's what Tariq Nasheed does. That's what Dr. Umar Johnson does. All right, he's weaponizing your emotions against white supremacy, which none of y'all have ever experienced. All right, and if you have, I mean, it wasn't really that significant. I know I've experienced it. I'm not saying I haven't. I'm not saying it's there. I have experienced it. All right? I'm not stupid. Okay? All right? I'm wise to the game. I've been put up on game. I know how to assess a situation, and I play on it. But back to this bitch, this punk ass bitch. She got convicted. Has to spend 90 on theft by deception. All right, down in Houston, Texas. All right, so she deceived y'all, ignorant people, and this is what I'm talking about: invoking emotion, weaponizing your emotion. See, a lot of y'all black simps, y'all black males, and your black females came rushing to this woman's aid without even hearing the other side of the story, without figuring out that this bitch may be bullshitting. And they got the guy on tape, and I saw the guy that was accused of going upside her head with a brick, told a different story, which was collaborated, that the bitch wouldn't get out of his car. The bitch was acting the fool. Okay? But, a guy, and I got, and the reason being that I understand game now with the YouTube game is because I listened to a guy who was a cop watcher out in Arizona, lifting skirts on these idiots that's running around with a camera, talking about my right, I have a right to film you in public, all that stupid shit. YouTube is a source of entertainment. Keep your money in your pocket. When you see a bitch like this come on camera, and y'all should have been put on game on this. That's why I tell everybody, that's why I tell all you black brothers out there, man, you got to be up on game, man. You got to know when somebody's playing you. You got to know when somebody's gaming you. The bitch came on camera crying about getting knocked upside the head by a man with a brick because she didn't want to give her number out to the guy. Now this was a subpar, average-looking bitch, black bitch. All right. I mean, I probably would step to her, but if she turned me down, I would say fuck you too. I would just say, well, I wouldn't say fuck you. I would just move on to the next bitch, somebody that's finer than her, man. Fuck her. That doesn't make any damn goddamn sense for somebody to go upside somebody's head with a brick, particularly a woman, or assault a woman, or go upside a woman's head because she didn't want to give you your number, or she rejected. I get rejected. All of y'all get rejected. What are you gonna do? You gonna go ahead and shoot the bitch because she turned you down this season? Because you got rejected, your feelings got hurt? No, we don't do that. And that's why I knew it was bullshit. But some of y'all, most of y'all went out to this woman's defense. All right? And she got exposed. And she did this shit, the same bullshit again, and got exposed. So like I said, I'm not going to talk about what everybody else is talking about. I'm just going to talk about brothers. I'm going to talk to the brothers on putting them on game. Knowing when you're played. You're being played. Keep your money in your pockets. Stop with all that online, on-site threats on people because of some bitch that came on camera crying about some man going upside her head. What I tell you about these bitches, man, these bitches will lie on you. These bitches will lie to get you locked up. I did a few videos on it, dating back to 2012 when there was a woman in Philadelphia got into it with a man on a bus, a city bus, called two niggas who happens to be relatives, instructed them to come out and do some work. And this was a black bitch. Okay? These two mental midgets came down with AK-47s to the next stop with AK-47s and instructed this woman to shoot up the bus full of passengers. Now, those two niggas are sitting in prison for 20 years while the bitch is probably out right now. Okay? Because like I told you, brothers, women do not do significant time in prison. You will. You will do the time on her behalf. All right? So you come to the woman's defense. You better be correct. You better be right. Because you're the one that's going to be doing time, my friend. Same thing happened to Merlin Santana out in LA because of a bitch claiming that she got raped by this nigga. Niggas came out with AK-47s and shot him to death. That bitch spent 10 years in prison while the rest are doing life in prison right now as we speak out in San Quentin in California, following behind some bitch. All right? Following facts instead of getting all the information out so that way you're doing time, my friend. She ain't doing no time. She's not going to do the time for you. Y'all some Captain Save-A-Hole motherfuckers, and y'all never going to learn your lesson. But that's why I'm here. Talking Crazy 88 is always going to be here to put y'all on game. knowing when you're going to get played by a bitch. I will continue doing stories about niggas being played by a bitch, a nigger bitch. Notice I don't hear stories about white women set. Well, I do hear white women set up their men. They set up their men too. They all, like I said, y'all all women are all the same. I'm not gonna put black women and white women and Asian women and Hindu women and lump them in different categories. They do different shit to their men. Okay. All right. I want you to understand that, folks. They're all the same. They just do shit differently than the other race of women. You wouldn't know because you're not around white women. You wouldn't know you're not around Hispanic women. And now when I mean Hispanic, I mean Colombian women, Brazilian women, Puerto Rican women, Dominican women. They all do different shit. They're all the same, but they're just different in their approach. But y'all never gonna learn. Even after this conviction, even after Brian Banks, even if I did a video on a podcast on Brian Banks getting set up by a bitch. All right, y'all black men will never learn. You will. There was an ex-football player. I forgot his name. Rudolph. This happened a few years ago. Got into it with his girlfriend. Girlfriend went upside his head. And like a punk-ass bitch, she went back to her brother, who called and said, hey, he whooped my ass. And they came on down to his house where his mother was staying. His mother and brother was staying down in Florida. Got into a fight with him. It was like a 4-on-2. So he went back inside and got his AK-47, shot at them, hit one motherfucker died, and he was on trial for defending himself down in Florida because of a lie on a bitch lie. 4 niggas coming to the rescue of this bitch, this punk ass bitch, with no remorse. Now notice, these women, when they lie, when they do lie, they have no and get caught in their lie. They have no remorse because they actually believe the bullshit that was coming out of their mouth. They believe the bullshit that's coming out of their mouth. Okay. Now the bitch, going back to Brian Banks, the bitch admitted to it, showed no remorse, lost his scholarship to play football at USC, lost potential, his NFL career was over, potential. Sat in the prison for 10 years. Because his punk ass lawyer, attorney encouraged him to plead guilty instead of taking the goddamn thing to trial. Okay. Had to hire a private investigator to find and track this bitch. The bitch tracked him down. So-called apologized for it, but fortunately, he recorded the bitch. Got a new trial and was exonerated. But don't worry, I'm here to put y'all up on game. until you realize, and I came to the point when I'm 51 years old, and I came to the point that bitches ain't shit. And they're not shit. When they get to a certain age, you're gonna realize that these bitches ain't shit. Okay? There's no love, there's no magic. You just with that bitch for the time, for the moment. And the pussy may be good for the moment. But you have to understand that these bitches ain't shit. And I'm not gonna say black bitches ain't shit. I'm not gonna be on that Tommy Sotomayor bullshit guy. Even though he got his channel back. Salute to him, he got his channel back so he can spew more bullshit and entertaining and invoking emotions, weaponizing your emotions against black women. Which I'm done with that. Because I know black bitches as a whole ain't shit. See, this is why black men need to start dating other races of women. Stop with that Dr. Umar Johnson bullshit. Yeah, you should. I still believe that black men and black women should be together. I think they should marry, have black babies in this country. I'm talking about American black men and American black women should be dating and getting together and having babies and having a family. But we're not there at that point in time right now. We're just too damaged of a people. We're just too damaged of a people, man. And that decline happened during the 1960s when, you can blame white supremacy, but you can also blame, you can also, I wouldn't even blame, you gotta realize, people, when I was growing up, in the 80s, when I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, lived in the 90s, lived as an adult from 92 on. Okay? When I was born, I was born in a society that was 100, believe it or not, 100 and almost 110 years removed from slavery. 115 years from slavery. That wasn't a long time ago, people. There were guys, there were former slaves, there were children that was born in slavery were still around. Were still alive. Okay? There were people that was born in the 19th century that's still alive when I was born. Okay? I met my great grandmother who was born in the 1800s. She was still alive. Okay? As a little boy. So we wasn't really that much removed from segregation. Segregation legally ended in '66. But formally, it never really ended. It's just legal segregation ended in '66. I was born in '74. Okay? It wasn't that long ago. Dr. King was murdered. It was assassinated. Malcolm X was assassinated. Not that long after I was born. Right? So, I get it. Now it's a little bit longer. It's a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago when I was born. Okay? So I get it. I get why leave the crackers alone, leave the white folks alone, leave the other groups alone because they're against us. But I just said date. I didn't say marriage. Marriage is a different thing. You want to marry somebody outside your race, that's fine with me. I don't care. That's your dick. That's your pussy. I don't give a fuck. Okay? But here's what trying to do. I'm trying to put y'all fellas up on game. All right? Whether she's a white woman, Hispanic woman, Asian woman, Hindu woman, they're going to lie. They're going to play you. They're going to try to get over on you. And if you don't believe me, ask the passport bros who got robbed down in Colombia, who got drugged and robbed down in Colombia, okay? Who's continually getting robbed and drugged and robbed down in Colombia, in other places, in other countries as well, okay? Because y'all trained to go to these countries to get pussy, okay? Or a better woman, or let's be fair, a better, a different kind of woman than that you were accustomed to. And I get it, I understand. A lot of these women ain't shit in this country, but you're gonna find out all throughout the world, women ain't shit. They ain't nobody to be revered. They're not somebody to be. They're not a group of people that should be revered or put on a pedestal. Or they should be protected, however, because they're not really that bright. But if you give them an inch, they'll definitely take a mile on you. Let me see who's on here. Gregory Nulello, how you, brother? All right, good to see you. But like I said, for that bitch, the brick lady, and got convicted of 90 days in jail, 10-year probation. And she was ordered to stay off of social media for 10 years as well. Okay, so she can't be running this bull job that she was doing prior, because she's now known as a thief. Okay, as soon as she gets out of jail, she got to get a job. She got to get a 9-to-5, and she better cut that bullshit out, because she's on notice. Everybody knows who she is. Everywhere she goes, she's going to be recognized. Everybody knows who this brick-faced, ugly-ass bitch look like. That y'all be thirsting, y'all fellas be, or y'all black men be thirsting over. All right? Y'all thirst after that bitch. I'm done thirsting over bitches. I'm thirsting over having a job, having a career, and having a business. All right? And a Jewish man told me this. When I was sitting at a bar, Jewish man said the only way you can make it in America if you have a business, own stocks, and own real estate. Okay? When you stack your cash up, the bitches will be lined up for you, all right? Whether in this country or overseas. And I think I'm going to start my New Year's resolution right now, man. Y'all better learn that AI, because it's coming for your jobs, baby. It's coming for your jobs. You sitting in the air-conditioned office, you're going to be laid off real soon, people. Because AI is going to take your job, all right? But they're going to need people that learn how to manage and manage AI, artificial intelligence, man. I'm learning that shit in my 50s. See, that's another rule, people. Never stop learning. Even if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100 years old, you're never going to stop learning. You better not stop learning. Stop learning. Not saying education is the key, because I think college is bullshit right now as we speak. It's not bullshit. Let me take that back. It's not bullshit. But you're paying $25,000 plus a year for a degree, where you're going to come out of college with $100,000 debt, thousands and thousands of dollars in student loan debt to get a degree, and you're going to start at the bottom, and you're out there trying to get a job. Here's what I'm going to tell you, black men out there. All right, if you are going to get a job, if you are going to go to college, after you get graduated from college, don't get a master's degree. That's what I should have did. This is what I should have done. I'm gonna put you on peep game. What I should have did was go into the trade. All right, instead of wasting my money and time going to graduate school, where I wasn't going to get a job anyway. I get turned down for jobs anyway. Go get a trade. I was talking to a fellow at the bar the other day when I was down south. All right, he was telling about his son got a job with the college, got a degree, and got an accounting degree. All right, couldn't find a job anywhere because you have to be a CPA or a CPA candidate. So what he did, he was working sheetrock in the trades, sheetrock. So he went back into that business, made enough money to buy, to start his own sheetrock business, and he's living comfortable. He's living well. He's living good. See, y'all don't use your degrees to your advantage. If you have a degree, you don't use it to your advantage. I know none of y'all motherfuckers, y'all still using AI to recreate your resume to get a job. You use LinkedIn to apply for a job instead of seeing who's the head of this company. Inviting them to a sit down to talk about their career and his career, that person's career, what he thinks about pick his brain about the industry, where the industry is going, networking, because you don't get jobs just by applying for a job. You got to network, man. You can't be lazy. Get up off your ass, shoot an email, and make a phone call. That's what you got a phone for. The fuck you have a phone for if you're not going to make any calls to these people? I know I was scared of the phone as well when I was young. But I pick up the phone and call people, man. That's how things get done. Getting back, putting you back up on game, I'm going to still continue doing live streams, videos, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up another channel, right? And I'm going to have it monetized, but I'm not going to do any bullshit. I'm not going to be cussing and calling y'all niggers and bitches and nigger bitches and all that. No, I'm going to keep it clean. Okay? Talking crazy. I'm still going to talk crazy shit on my channel, but I'm gonna put you up on game, because I don't want y'all brothers to be played by a bitch, and I don't want you to be immersed in getting pussy, getting a woman in your life. The type of woman that you want in your life is not going to be a hindrance to you. She should be helping you, not be a hindrance to you. Okay? Not be a liability to you. Now, let me just say this. That bitch Hoda Usman, she's gonna find a simple ass nigga. Okay? A simple nigga who's gonna feel bad for her. Okay? He's gonna feel bad for her, and play Captain Save-A-Ho. You know, there's going to be a sucker born every minute. But that's why I'm here. I'm trying to make sure you be put up on game, letting you know that these bitches ain't shit. The rappers were telling you bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Okay? They're telling you that. Dr. Jerry was telling you that. Bitches ain't shit. E40 was telling you that. Too Short was telling you that. Okay? Well, listen, I got shit to do. I'm going to finish this cigar. I got shit to do. But I'll get at y'all next week with another cigar and probably another topic. No, but before I go, let me go ahead. Speaking of simps and tricks, let me go ahead and talk about Dr. Umar Johnson. I was going back to the past interviews with Lord Umar Jermaine Shoemake, Dr. Umar Johnson, with Lord R 5 years ago, and almost 10 years ago, Tariq Nasheed. When they were going at it. Now I want you to go back to the two videos that Tariq Nasheed had put out about Jermaine Shoemake, Dr. Umar Johnson. It aged like frying wine, because a lot of this shit that Tariq was saying back then, y'all are saying about this fool now. This guy is a fool. I don't know if he's a con artist. I'm not going to say he's a con artist. He got your money based off of weaponizing your emotions, and particularly going after black women who don't know any better, but love getting gamed by pookies. Y'all fall in love y'all black women fall in love with the way a man speaks, instead of listening to what the man is speaking about. Y'all love to hear, but y'all don't love to listen. He was putting y'all up on game back then. Shout out to Lennon Arner, but I think he's over. I think he's overkilling. His channel devoted to Dr. Umar Johnson, clowning him, as well he should, because he's highly entertaining. I ain't gonna lie, he's highly entertaining. None of y'all should take him seriously. I mean, if you do take him seriously, all right, fine. But what are the results? What are your results? Okay? Did you go out and start a school yourself? No. Are you in the community helping black folks? Helping the black elderly, the elderly in the community? Nope. Are you helping the children in your own community? Nope. So what kind of influence that this man have, besides running his mouth, running around the country, running around the world, talking shit? But all of that has slowed down because people have is wise to the game, with all this sniffing and blinking and begging. But once again, that's another example of how black folks are getting played. Y'all looking at the white man with mistrust, but your own people is doing you dirty. Okay? He makes it harder for people who are legitimately starting a school, legitimately out in the community, with with the children, with the children, helping children. Legitimately helping black folks who are homeless, who may be on drugs and alcohol. Who are helping black folks try to get a GED so they can get that job. Helping prisoners who are formerly incarcerated. How many of y'all are out there volunteering, helping ex-cons try to get a job or set up a business? Listen, I'm throwing myself in the set because I haven't done it. I haven't done it in a while, but I haven't done it recently. And I can admit to that. But I want to know what kind of influence that this man had done in your life that makes you get up off of your fat ass and go out on a Saturday morning and volunteer to help some nappy-headed kid help read or study or tutor them in various subjects. I haven't done it. But like I said, fellas, the work that you put in, you better have some results. Instead of just running your mouth, put the work in and let the results show. Well, listen, let me go ahead and get on out of here. I got shit to do. It's Talking Crazy 88. And I am out of here. And black folks, let's be careful out there, all right?